Hey everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death. So,
The cry goes up, ambush, as your comrades grab your cloak from behind. You wear a cloak, right?
I do wear a cloak.
Grab your cloak from behind, point to the bushes. You butchered your perception check, didn't you?
I rolled 1.
So you see nothing.
Okay.
What is your command? What is your reaction?
I think I'm surprised this round.
You are not technically surprised,
Okay.
but you don't know what the fuck they're talking about. You can issue an
so
order. You can act yourself.
my action is to draw my sword, hide behind my shield. I want to take the total defense action this round, which should improve my AC probably by just 1, actually. And just wait to see what I can tell from everything else.
Do you say anything to your comrades?
Nope. I trust that they can act on their own.
Yeah, I think they draw their swords and stand guard, but there's no movement from the bushes. You see nothing, and there's about a minute of awkward silence where the three of you stand in the road, forming like a triangle, looking to the bushes. You've seen nothing.
Can I spend my turn
initiative.
making
You can make an action at the end of the turn, sure.
At the end of the round, I want to make another perception check, try and spot something.
Yeah, sure. Take your...
A dirty perception check. 18. Ugh.
No, you don't see any bushes and trees, rolling hills, and you roll for initiative.
Where are they? I don't see them.
There, in the bush. Don't you see the beady little eyes? They look That one's running.
Completely oblivious.
All right. Did you roll initiative?
I did not. I'm sorry. No shit. That's a perception check. I meant initiative roll. D10 plus 6. 9.
All right. Roll a perception check.
Another natural 1.
All right. You missed the jibber jabbering and the coordinating. But despite this, the three of you managed to step out of the way as 3 diminutive humanoid creatures leap out of a tree overhead, holding a net between the 3 of them, and plopping down into the road before you. At the same instant, a bunch of befuddled, confused, surprised little kobolds dive out of the woods. Oh dear God! Just stumbling over each other.
Oh, okay. Thank God. I thought it was like.
Well, there were 2 1s and 120.
Okay.
4 that rushed forward. So 2 of them just get tangled up in themselves. You see them like leap out of the bush. They were surprised by you guys actually. Hence the awkward silence last round. They leap out of the bush and then just go face first into the road. One of them, however, crits Harrison. Oop. Leaping at him. Holy crap.
He's got ring mail and a buckler.
What is ring mail?
I think ring mail is 14, actually. So I think his AC is probably 15.
Yeah, I think ring mail is shittier than chain mail. I don't know what the actual difference is, like in IRL. But
ring mail is 13 AC.
That's shit.
Yeah, I think ring mail is large rings.
Yeah,
chainmail is small rings.
Okay. So he does get crit. He does stay standing, but he just like takes the little kobold's dagger is small enough to fit between the rings of his ring mail, and it just goes straight into the gut. Yanks out, and he spills blood in the dirt. Your mercenaries go. Harrison brings down swift steel vengeance upon the kobold that just shivved him, separating its head from its body. You are now surrounded-ish. Yeah, you're basically surrounded. There's about a half dozen of these creatures. A couple of them are like rolling on the dirt with each other a couple feet away.
Mm-hmm.
But they're all over. What is your action?
I color spray. I bring out some sand from my pouches, sprinkle it in the air before me, and create a 20 by 20 by 5 foot wedge of blinding colors. That will affect D6 creatures.
So if you take a side step, you can catch everything, including your allies. Otherwise, you can angle it and hit maybe 4 of the kobolds.
Fuck it. All of them and the allies. Everything.
Okay. So you take a step, you turn around, you spray color.
Hold on, wait. Because it affects people in increasing order of distance from the wizard. That would be from me. So if I get that wedge, including my allies, would it hit them first?
They'll be before some kobolds, but not all of them. How many creatures does it affect?
D6.
Only D6?
Yeah. You know what? Screw it. I will just go for the 4.
Yeah, you're probably better off doing
I'm just going for the 4, yeah.
Yeah, so roll that D6. 2 of the 4 are the 2 that won. Does he even get a save?
No.
Right. One of the net-wielding kobolds gets splashed in the face with these brilliant colors and falls unconscious. Initiative.
Okay. I think, having looked it up, I think ring mail is large rings sewn onto leather armor.
Someone in chat posted a picture.
Oh, fantastic.
I don't know that this is like historically accurate. I think it's like a modern reproduction, but that's pretty much what we had described.
Yeah, what I was reading was that ring mail typically didn't actually interlock with one another. It was just sewn onto armor, onto like a backing of leather. But you know, historical armors are a lot more complicated than the ways that we try to describe them these days.
Yeah.
Okay. Initiative, right?
Yeah.
14.
Okay, so the 2 are still tangled with each other. They lose this round. There's 1 unconscious. And 3 remaining. 1 at each of you. Holy crap. One of the kobolds that leaped with the net, like tries to get up and go at you, but his foot gets tangled in the net that he discarded, and he falls back down. These kobolds are bumbling around like only kobolds can do. Oops, that's a...
Bumble harder, bros.
Can you keep track of your hireling's HP? Is that something you can do?
Yes,
all right, so Harrison is at 1 out of 7 after sustaining that crit. And Cledence is at 7 out of 8 after getting nicked by a kobold shiv this last round. You go after your companions, but you go.
Okay.
And your companions miss.
I bring my sword one-handed around to swipe at a kobold. 5 is a miss.
5 is a miss, and we roll initiative again.
8. Nice and early.
These kobolds have rolled 3 1s on their initiatives.
Fucking kobolds.
The 2 that were bumbling around stand up. There's 1 still fumbling with the net. And this round is not kind to you guys. Harrison goes down, taking another 3 points of damage. A small spear deals 4 to Cledence.
He's at 3.
And what is your HP as
Max.
I roll this? 2 from a shiv, from a little kobold knife.
How many kobolds are remaining?
There are there are 5. One of them is tangled in a net.
And we're down to the 2 of us.
4 attacks. Yeah.
Okay. I will roll initiative. Oh wait, I get.
You already rolled. It's your attack. It's your action.
Okay, I get 2 attacks this round, I believe, because I swung with my sword last round. Yes. No. Yeah, I swung with my sword last round.
You get 2 attacks.
So first attack comes through. 8 is a miss, and a 2 is a miss. Oh my god. Ripped to shreds by kobolds.
Clayton's he's been using his broadsword two-handed. He switches to one hand and tries to punch the kobold that's fumbling in the net, but still manages to botch it. Roll initiative again.
I swear to God, if we die to kobolds, I'll know exactly how you felt.
I've never died to kobolds, have I?
No, but you died to an eel. That's actually scarier than fighting kobolds. I guess this will be
underwater, not knowing when your breath's going to run out.
I guess this is going to be the most embarrassing death of all.
I don't think so. What was your initiative?
13.
No. Ace. Well, you're going to survive. 2 on you, miss. Credence takes 6 points of damage, however.
He's at -3. And Harrison's at -3 from bleeding, so it's me versus 4 kobolds and 1 tangled in a net?
There are 5 kobolds. The one tangled in the net managed to get himself out last round.
What languages do I speak? Common. Oh, shit. Oh, so much for getting Cledence and Harrison as companions. My spell was color spray and command, right? Yeah. Kobolds don't speak common to the best of my knowledge, so I'm not going to try to command them. But what I will do on my turn, which I guess I should roll initiative for, is take a defensive stance. I want to back away while readying an action to hit anything that comes at me.
Say that again? You're backing away?
So I want to, slowly, unless I'm fully 360 surrounded, I want to, back away, leaving the bodies of my fallen comrades behind.
At this point, you are pretty much 360 surrounded. I mean, it's a battle, so there's kobolds crawling all over themselves, all over each other. There's bodies. I mean, so there's difficult terrain strewn about the path. There's the net, but you would provoke opportunity attacks if you tried to. You can withdraw and back away over one of your comrades' bodies. That will forget an action this turn.
There's very little other option. I withdraw. I withdraw over one of my comrades' bodies and just keep some distance between me and the kobolds. I try and clang my sword and shield together loudly to make some noise.
They hiss up at you, but they let you withdraw. How far do you back up? I think you can go up to 1/3 your movement.
I take a full third movement back.
So I think you can go 40 yards back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you back well away from the carnage.
Yeah.
The kobolds begin to start dragging your hirelings' bodies into the bushes.
Okay.
And they pick up their net.
I want to,
they hiss at you. Two of them stay pointing sticks in your general direction, but they've let you withdraw.
I want to hurl. Once I'm at 1/3, once I backed up a third.
So you're making actions
the next round. I want to make an action.
Okay.
I want to hurl my knife at one of the kobolds.
Okay.
I have -1 to hit for low dex.
You have low. Oh, you just have low dex.
No.
You throw a dagger into the path. I think the kobolds assume this is a tribute and pick up the dagger.
God.
And proceed to drag the bodies and the dagger into the woods.
Wait, I can't. I need those bodies. They've got all my money.
You've got time. These are weak kobolds trying to manhandle bodies.
Okay.
But
I'm fucked. I have 1 HP. I guess I could walk back home and be.
So I think they go for one body first. They go for Cledence's body, and 3 kobolds struggle to drag it, while the other 2 growl menacingly at you.
I want to charge the 2 that are growling menacing at me. If I've got 30 feet of space.
Okay. Roll for initiative. Well, I don't know that I'll play nice. I don't know that kobolds are smart enough to prepare combat actions or anything.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, I don't. They probably are.
They probably are. Why don't we, in the interest of stalling?
Wait. If I charge, I get a penalty of 1 to my AC.
Yeah.
That would bring my AC to 11. That's pretty bad. Especially if I'm at 1 HP. Maybe I don't charge. I think I start getting ready to charge, and then I start thinking better about it. I'm like, no, oh no. Maybe discretion's the better part of valor. I could just go back home, restock on some money.
Yeah.
Beg some from my mom.
Average intelligence. I was peeking at combat and tactics. They've got tactical rules that monsters will use based on intelligence. I mean, so one of the kobolds has a blade. One of them has a spear that he's got pointed in your general direction. The one with the blade actually now has 2 blades. He probably put his nasty shiv away and now has your nice steel dagger.
I'll do it. I'd love them
absent-mindedly.
No,
the 3 they return. No, they actually disappear into the bush with Cledence, leaving Harrison bleeding out in the road.
Okay, I'm going to take out my small silver mirror and toss it on the ground 5 feet in front of me. But I'm going to ready an action to attack anything that tries to pick it up.
The one with the dagger starts to scamper forward. You're from the one with the spear, and the guy turns, and he sort of scampers forward.
If he goes to pick it up, I will attack him.
He scampers forward again and takes the bait. This is the one that picked up the dagger that you already threw. He thinks you're trying to buy them off.
I attack
him. So he goes down, he picks up the dagger, and smacks the kobold.
Please hit. Please hit. Any bonuses for him, bending over to pick something up? +1.
He is not surprised unless you can come up with a reason to give you a bonus give him a penalty on the surprise roll.
Maybe not surprised, but he's crouching and leaning over.
You don't get high ground on creatures that are smaller than you, right? That's just sizest.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
No. You lash out at him. He grabs he grabs the mirror and runs. You can get an attack of opportunity as he runs away.
Please. Oh my god.
No. He runs back with your mirror and your dagger. Please remove those from your character sheets. The 3 kobolds come back out of the bushes. They take Harrison's bleeding corpse and start to drag it off the road.
Okay. This is...
You're alive.
I'm alive. Alright. I let them do their things. When all sign of the kobolds is gone,
Yeah.
I trudge my way back to my manor house.
Your manor house?
My mother's manor house.
That's like a... I mean, sure. You can't...
It's
That's
like a couple days, a day away, right?
Probably more like 3 or 4.
I thought we were near Trium.
No.
Didn't you say that we lived outside? We were one of the manor houses posted up around Trium?
So you're talking 50 miles down the road, plus some ways out into the...
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Out into the hinterlands.
Well, I have no money. I am missing some of my spell components. I still don't have a holy symbol. I don't have any food. It's a 3-day trek and I have no food.
You done fucked up.
Well, no, I guess I head back to Forest Hill.
You head back to Forest Hill?
Yeah.
Back to the tavern?
Yeah.
At least there was just 2 mercenaries and not like a whole army that you spent like the entirety of the campaign rallying.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
That'd be bad.
I can't imagine that happening. Depressed.
Oprius in chat says, just a man and his bastard sword.
Yeah. Just a bastard and his bastard
I'm
sword.
doing my best to make a villain out of you. I didn't mean to, but that was just supposed to be a random encounter along the road.
Hey, random encounters are lethal.
Dispatch them easily.
I know.
7 surprised kobolds with 3 critical misses in the first 2 rounds of combat. How could you lose?
Well, when you don't ever roll above a 10 on your sword and your sleeping spell, your color spray only hits d6 and you roll a 1, you know, dem dice.
Dem dice. Well, you are back in Forest Hill.
What time of day is it?
Early morning. You made it.
I don't want to go back to the tavern, actually. I want to...
You pass a couple of wagons on the way back to town. Does this change anything?
I would like... If there's a wagon with very few people on it, like a hardly manned wagon. No, I'm not turning to highway robbery yet. God, I'm broke and hungry. But you know, he is kind of a little bit of a shit character. Like, you know, he's a little Joffrey-esque. He believes he's a chosen one. He's a decent fighter. He knows wizard spells. He knows cleric spells. And he's a follower of Bellum, and Bellum teaches us that, you know, war is an awful thing, but during times of war, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. So, coming across a wagon, I would like to hold it up.
Okay,
so if I see a wagon come...
is actually well armed.
I don't hold up that one.
There are 8 people in total, including like whoever owned the driver and a few like plainclothes civilian types, but a couple of armed guards.
I ignore that wagon.
Yeah, you take a peek in the back and you see a bunch of steel ingots covered by a tarp.
That's fine. It can keep going. Steel ingots can't fill my belly.
Mm-hmm.
I keep moving on to the next one until I see the next one.
Yeah. Roll a perception check.
2. But that's...
All right, you almost
14, I'm sorry, 14, yeah.
Yeah, you step around a bend in the woods and basically bump in face to face with a bunch of woodsmen. About a half dozen lumberjacks. They aren't armored, but most of them carry axes or saws. And they're sort of strolling down the road past you.
I give them a nod of greetings, but otherwise abandon them.
You probably have like a harrowed look on your face. They see the bloodstains and
I shake my head and just murmur.
It back, and yeah, they
kobolds. Keep on.
You say kobolds, and they stop and say, "Kobolds on the road?"
I nod.
How far up?
Half mile.
They like look amongst themselves.
Not a lot of them, though.
You're right.
No.
You're right. One of them hands you a canteen of water.
I drink from it. I'm alive, but could be better.
All right. They seem to show compassion, but if you don't wish to do anything, they'll continue down the road.
I wish nothing. I'd like to move on.
Mm-hmm. And you actually bump into nothing else until you get to town.
Okay.
I'm not sure where all the wagons went, but that's how the encounter checks go.
Okay. No, damn it. I thought there was still a slice of pizza downstairs, but I ate it last night.
You know you're losing their players losing your players when they're dreaming about pizza.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm losing myself here.
I need to sell pizza in my taverns, don't I?
Seriously. All right. I head back to town, and I want to go to any tavern other than the one I was at before.
Okay. Sure. You can find a tavern across town.
Sure. I step in, head towards the bartender, and kind of...
The bar is empty, save for you and the bartender.
Kind of half-heartedly, begrudgingly, slightly mumbly, say, I'm looking for any work you may have or know of being needed around here.
You look like you need a drink.
I need a job before I can pay for a drink.
He takes a glass of syrupy brown liquid off the shelf. Or a bottle of syrupy brown liquid and pours it into a glass, which he slides across the bar to you.
I take it.
First one's on the house.
Thank you.
He looks you up and down, looks at the sword.
Mm-hmm.
You a mercenary?
I guess I am.
Well, caravans heading east are always looking for a sword. Usually make about gold a day. Most of the time, it's just a simple stroll through the woods, trudge through the swamp.
I'm looking for
gold.
Looking for a little higher risk, higher reward. If you know of anything.
What are you thinking? He sort of leans, I guess, against the wall on the back side of the bar, pours himself a drink.
Well,
rumor has it the kobolds on the road to the east have amassed quite a treasure out in the woods.
I think I just added to it a few minutes ago.
From the looks of it, I wouldn't put it past you. You sure you're in the position to be taking risks, son?
Well, I'm certainly not going to spend my life scraping by gold piece after gold piece guarding wagons. Life is to be lived.
Barkeep's an elderly man, balding, the scruffy face, but handsome, symmetric features.
Maybe I should just go get those kobold cave by myself, I say to myself. But I couldn't. Hey, is there a weaponsmith in town or a carpenter? Might have a crossbow I could buy.
Crossbow, you say?
Yeah.
Sure. Lots of hunters come through. I'd recommend Henrig. He's about a block that away.
Thank you kindly.
And then 3 doors down on the left. But if you can't afford a whiskey, I'm not sure you're going to be able to afford a crossbow.
I have some things I can trade away. I say, sadly. Okay. I head towards the crossbow dealer. I closed my character sheet. Why would I close my character sheet?
You're not dead yet. Although you're
Alright.
1 HP bleeding through the streets.
Yeah. Do I actually have anything to trade away, or do I have to steal this crossbow? So I'm going to have to steal this crossbow. Alright, I approach the crossbow dealer.
Alright. Yep. Around the block, you find a Fletcher by the name of Henrig. There's a couple of hunters hanging around the shop, inspecting the wares, chatting about you versus whatever longbows.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few finished and half-finished works on display. It's less of a shop and more of like a workshop. Less of a store and more of a workshop.
I approach, stick up my chest in the most fancy and noble way.
Roll a charisma check.
And state to the people present, charisma check, 21. I state, excuse me here, good sir. I am looking to purchase one of your crossbows.
All 3 of the people in the workshops would turn to look at you. 2 hunters, and then the man you assume to be Henrig, who's sitting in a chair. He's got a thick leather apron on, scruffy beard, and long brown hair that's receding from his forehead.
Mm-hmm. I meet his gaze and wait expectantly.
He looks up at you. Crossbow. Yeah, what you looking to hunt?
Kobold.
Kobold. Their hide ain't worth much.
This is more of a matter of revenge.
All right. Well, kobolds are pretty squishy critters. Light crossbow will do the trick, and you can reload it faster. That's probably what I'd recommend. Maybe a hand crossbow if you're a little more on the delicate side. Here, let me show you what I got. And he sort of leaves the hunters he was talking with and stands up and starts going to one of his cabinets and picks a light crossbow off the shelf and brings it over to you. One of the hunters turns to you and says, "Kobold catch you on the road?"
I nod slowly.
He nods. Yeah, got my sister about 3 years back.
Did she make it out alive?
He shakes his head solemnly. They tend to leave us hunters be when we're out doing our business, but
well, I turn my back to them as like, "Hey, I don't need you here anymore." And I pay attention to the man with the crossbows for sale.
Yeah.
Does he have any that are already ready to go, or does he need time to make them?
Yeah. Yeah. He hands you a ready like a light crossbow to inspect.
Okay. Are the other hunters still around? Did they leave, or they
No,
chilling?
they're loitering about. They're chatting amongst themselves. All right, you turn the light crossbow over in your hands.
Yeah, I'll look around for a little bit.
He pulls out. These are my bolts. I say, or he says.
You got a target I can take a shot at?
We can step outside a little bit if you're interested. So
Well, I want to see the action here.
Yeah, of course. He looks you up and down. Roll a charisma check.
26.
Okay. Crossbow. Yeah, one of these will take down a kobold for sure. He says, holding up a thick, heavy bolt.
Nice.
It says, my buddy does the tips for me, and they're extra heavy. They'll get the job done. Targets, you say? Yeah. We can head out of town a little ways.
I take the crossbow. I take it. He's got the corals.
You guys, all right. He turns to the hunters and says, "You guys good here?" And they say, "Nah, we got nothing going on today. Well, we could use some target practice."
Fuckers, all of them.
And all four of y'all head out of town.
Okay.
The hunters seem to be chatting about forest cats, whatever that is. You're probably, I think you're probably distracted by the Fletcher, who's talking your ear off about the bolt action mechanism and this light crossbow that makes it possible to reload without using a foot crank, and he's super proud of what he's developed. And
I'm just kind of nodding, as I think to myself how to.
His buddy Frederick up in Wodheim showed him the design, and he's improved it by switching this last latch from brass to steel, so it's a little more durable and doesn't wear down. This will hold up for you. You can pass this crossbow on to your grandkids; they'll be in the family for generations. And you guys stroll a few. It's just like a minute, 5 minutes down the road, past a few buildings, out to some trees.
Are the hunters armed?
They have knives on their sides. One of them is carrying a bow. I got my first compliment all night from chat. Meme-soaked viewer says he would rather kiss babyface Ryan than bearded Ryan. Thank you. I've been getting so much hate. So much hate.
Wow.
I was a pretty epic shield agent, so it was worth it.
Yeah, I saw the couple pictures. They were good. Very good. Okay, so here's my plan. I want to head out there with them. There's the one dude with the bow. I am holding the crossbow, I think. The guy's talking about it, and I'm holding it, and he's pointing, and we might be passing it back and forth, but I want to be, more or less holding his crossbow. So the plan is to, when we get a few minutes out of town to the place where we're going to do some target practice, I want to whip out my sword and just bring it down on the bow wielding guy. I think I'm just going to straight up murder these people.
You're a few minutes out of town, walking through the forest. Presumably, they're taking you to some shooting range or some clearing where you can test out the bow. It's been a few minutes since you've seen a building, so you're feeling pretty secluded. Your heart's pumping. You've had a few thoughts over the last minute, like, "Is now the time? It's now the time. But you think now might be the time."
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna hopefully surprise the guy with the bow. As I just drop the crossbow to the ground, pull up my sword, and slash at him right away. See, just so you guys can get in the mind of Genie, this is not straight murder hobo. This is his pride. That is his one thing that Genie is prideful, and his pride will not allow him to remain defeated by such lowly monsters and returning home in tatters. His pride is big enough that he would rather murder people than be seen to...
So you drop the crossbow?
I drop the crossbow to the ground at my feet. So hopefully no one will try and dive for it.
Oh no, he shrieks and dives for the crossbow.
Who shrieks
worried
and dives
that it's going to break.
Oh, okay.
The Fletcher. The two hunters look surprised. Like, they look stunned. They they actually probably keep walking.
Right,
I don't realize what's going on immediately. Make an attack roll against the hunter. Or against the Fletcher. He's not surprised.
No, I want to go up against the hunter who's got the bow.
Oh, okay. You surprised the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Roll the hit with surprise. Okay. Even flank if you'd like it.
Yes. So that's +2. Come on. Come on. These guys have no armor?
No.
Do they hunt in armor? Do they need armor for hunting?
The one without the bow has some kind of leather or hide armor. The one with the bow has no armor.
9 fucking hell.
Including surprise?
I have +2, 1 for flank, 1 for surprise. Unless I could actually have gotten a back attack on that. That's a miss.
You can take a back attack if you want to if you want to shove past the other hunter who's also surprised. So sure. I mean, you can move into a back attack position.
Yeah, okay.
You have to move. It's awkward. Everyone, yeah, it's
awkward, but I'm killing people.
Shove the other hunter out of the way, go up behind the hunter while he's walking down the path, and yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can get a back attack.
8 damage. Oh, thank God. At least 1 good roll.
Yeah, I don't even need to roll for that. You just walk up behind him and just you catch on the bone. What is I don't even know what the bone is in your upper arm. You all the way to the bone. He screams and just passes out immediately from the pain. The hunter dove down to pick up the bow that you dropped, the crossbow that you dropped.
Yeah.
I can't see the rolls, so I'm reloading. Roll 20. But let's roll for initiative.
13.
13, including weapon speed?
Yeah, 7 and 6.
That's pretty rough.
Yeah.
The hunter misses. He draws a dagger, but misses. The Fletcher shouts, "What the?" Although he's not surprised, he's got a crossbow, but he's not sure what to do. What's the meaning of this? I think he dives to stabilize the hunter. So he starts ripping off finds a way, tears off the sleeve of the severed sleeve of the severed arm and starts fashioning a tourniquet, patching up the wound.
Okay. On my turn, I guess. I'm going to take my first attack at the hunter with the bow.
Mm-hmm. The hunter with the bow is dead.
Hunter with the dagger.
The hunter with a knife is standing at your flank.
A 3, and then I get my second attack at the end of the round.
Yeah, it's the end of the round.
12. That hit enough. Leather armor?
Yes.
4 damage.
Okay, I was going to say don't fuck it up. All right, you take him down.
Yes.
Take the hunter down. Roll initiative.
I turn to the Fletcher.
Oh, that's good. The Fletcher stumbles to his feet. Oh.
10 initiative.
Light crossbow's slow, but I'm not sure if it's that slow. He stumbles to his feet. 7, 10 as well. You're going at the same time. But I think you get an attack of... Or no, he gets a penalty for firing in melee.
Yeah.
That's how it works. But he rolled a 3 and his weapon speed is 7. So he loads a bolt in his crossbow from his crouched position.
I say, I'm sorry about this.
Okay, now he rolls
Natural
a 2
20.
on his attack. Yeah. He fails to load the bolt properly. You hear a twang as the crossbow springs, but the bolt wasn't loaded and it just bounces to the ground. You cleave his head from his body, which falls limp into the dirt. And the crossbow thuds to the ground next to him.
I look up towards the sky and I say, Bellum, I need your help now more than ever. I lean down and pick up the crossbow. I would take the short bow or the hunter's bow, but I don't have a bow.
Long bow.
Yeah, I don't have a bow proficiency, so I'm hoping. I know
that
my rule set. I do crossbows where take no proficiency. I don't know if that's how you do it, but I'm going to take a crossbow.
I'll buy it. That's a historically accurate position. And in the 2E rule set, crossbows need a major buff, even beyond what they got in Combat and Tactics.
Yeah. All right. I pick up the crossbow. I pick up the quarrels. How many quarrels did he bring with him?
There are 6.
Okay. I'm going to add light crossbow to my character sheet.
You leave the longbow?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not the sort of guy who's going to go around selling shit. Although I guess you can buy longbows are pretty decent price, don't they?
I think so. That's why I was asking. Your genie probably has no conception of what they're worth.
Yeah, he's not buying things. Or selling things. He's not going to go like looting corpses, except for the corpses that he's looting right now as he takes the light crossbow.
Yes, longbows are quite pricey.
75 gold. Wow. Light crossbow weighs 7 pounds. That's not a light crossbow. X 6. That one guy had a dagger or a knife.
A knife.
A knife. Okay.
They both had knives.
Cool. Now I have 2 knives. Light crossbow. -1 to hit, d6 +1 damage, and against large, d8 +1. Range is, we'll figure that out later. Medium, 7 pounds, piercing, 7 speed. I will also sort through their belongings for gold. I'm thinking about switching gods. I think Bellum might not be my jam anymore. I think Velthara, goddess of vengeance, might be.
You were educated in a strange house, strange gods.
Yes. I'll take any of your gods though, if you've got some sort of vengeance or retribution type god, I'll roll with that.
No. I have a different approach to religions in my world and world building in general. I draw doodles as we go.
It's all right. Well, I guess I can get rid of Cledence and Harrison from my character sheet.
Yeah, they're fucked.
They're gone. They're never come back.
No, they are dead. They are kobold meat.
Yeah. Cool. Having looted these things, I pick through their purses for any money they might have.
Between the two of them, between the two hunters, 22 copper, 12 silver. The Fletcher has nothing on him.
I spit when I find the copper, but I keep it. Mutter to myself, I can't believe this is what my life has come to. I look at the bodies, turn away, wipe the blood off on their clothes, the blood off my sword, and then head back to the Fletcher's house in town.
Yeah. Less than 5 minutes later, you find yourself back at the Fletcher's. Amongst buildings, you pass a few people on the way who don't even look twice at you.
I'm probably a little bit paranoid.
Yeah, you keep feeling like someone's going to find you out or shout at you. But no, you walk past some people and they walk by you like you're nothing.
I walk into
the Fletcher's workshop.
Yeah.
You may have your pick of pretty much any bow or crossbow you would like. Some more bolts.
I just want to grab 4 more quarrels.
Okay.
So I'm up to 10. Is there a quiver for them?
Sure.
Okay. How much does a quiver weigh? Like 2 pounds?
Negligible? I've never actually thought about quivers.
Yeah, we don't usually play with them for some reason.
I think I usually do 10 to the pound on the arrows and bolts and just toss the quiver in with it. But
yeah, let's.
Did I say something about the Fletcher's grandson?
I don't think
so. Why
does
chat keep bringing up this damn grandson?
I don't think there is a grandson. I think they're crazy.
There's no the man has no children.
Okay. Quiver for a pound, 10 quarrels for a pound.
Spoiler, he was impotent. There is no grandson.
This is not a good day. I sort through the guy's shop, seeing if I can find a cache of money somewhere.
Roll a perception check. This for 5e, you could use your int and roll an investigation check. But it
31.
Yeah, you find a cash box. Within it, you find 19 gold, 62 silver.
I ignore the copper.
And 20 or so copper.
In fact, I take the copper that I had and I put it in the box. And I just take the gold and enough silver to equal out to be 40. I don't want any more coins than that. I don't need that much silver.
Crime does pay. All right, you got money in your purse. You got a new crossbow. Your heart's still pumping in your chest.
I look around.
Blood. Not all of it's your own.
Does this workshop look like it has a domicile attached to it?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
I go into the domicile.
Okay.
I look around for signs that he might be married or live with another person.
He is not married.
Okay.
You gather from looking around the domicile that he is impotent and has no grandchildren.
Excellent.
His girlfriend left him because he's impotent and he can never have any grandchildren.
I close all the doors.
It's a small room in the back with just a cot and like a little, I don't know, little bench top area for preparing his sad, depressing oats for his sad, depressing life.
Nice. I go in the back, shut the doors, crawl in bed, and try not to cry myself to sleep.
And with that, let's take our third and final break. We'll see you guys on the other side.